Hello everyone, Metanot here. Today a new Helldivers 2 patch just dropped, and it has fixes, balances, changes, and some spicy buffs that I think everybody will love. And quickly, feel free to like and subscribe if you like this content. Now, let's start off with the status effect changes. Previously, most damage over time effects stacked per player, making it sort of an exploit. Now effects no longer stack, but they have buffed the single player effect, though not specified by how much. This might make my solo runs easier though. Next, we have an amazing change that I think we all agree was one of the most frustrating elements of combat in Helldivers 2, ragdolling. This has received a major welcome buff. Now, ragdoll duration, or to be more precise, the time it takes for you to regain control of your Helldiver once you ragdoll on the ground is now reduced from 0.8 seconds to 0.5. That 0.3 seconds might not sound like much, but in tense situations, just a 0.1 second difference could mean a redeployment. Next, we have chest injury bleed damage. While nerfs are not generally welcomed, the devs are right in saying that the bleed damage received was negligible, especially when paired up with extra protection, like the enhanced vitality booster, making it practically nullified. Now they've increased the chest bleed damage from 1 to 10 per tick. This seems like a big nerf, but we'll need to do some testing. And hey, at least chest protection armors will be more valuable now. Now, for buffs to democracy. The one true flag is now able to be planted onto enemies, dead or alive, more easily. This was a very simple but very much needed buff to the flag. Next is stun weapon buffs. First of all, it seems that most of the stun and stagger effects got massively buffed, with them, once triggered, increasing the stun duration from 1.5 to 3 seconds, and also nicely increased the stun buildup, meaning you now need less bullets to reach that stun effect on an enemy. This applies to the SMG-72, ARC-12, GL-52, and the AR pacifier, with the only difference here is that it got its max mag capacity increased from 7 to 8. Following weapon effect buffs, the bayonet on the R2124 Constitution and the R2 amendment got a decent stagger effect increase from 20 to 25. I would have also liked to see a slight damage buff, but we're on the right track here. Next, for sidearms, we have the P92 Warrant. It's got its lock-on feature improved. It can now better lock onto larger enemies. This is a great change, but on another note, I still want the stim pistol to have this lock-on feature. It just feels right. Alright, for grenades now, the G109 Urchin got a massive stun buff, with stagger increasing from 0 to 50, making it so it can now stun large enemies constantly, making it easier to stop them in their tracks, a very much needed change. Next, the incendiary grenades. Both the G10 and the G13 impact incendiary grenades got their burn effect duration increased, as you can now area denial much longer, giving you more breathing room and time to relocate. Now for sentries. The A-Flame 40 sentry got I want to say it got fixed rather than buffed. With it previously being prone to destroying itself with its own flames, it now has fire resistance of 95% from 0, which is crazy to think that the Flame Sentry had 0 resistance to fire. Oh, and it also got its cooldown timer reduced from 150 to 100 seconds, making it so you can call it more often. Next is the Firebomb Hellpod and the Stun Pod boosters. They have received a much needed stagger reduction from 80 to 15. This is to reduce constant player ragdolling, which is smart because if you were hit by the flames and caught on fire, by the time you stop ragdolling, the flames would have already ended you. They also got their demolition strength reduced from 40 to 20 to better scale with the effect stacking previously mentioned in multiplayer. For fire effects in general, it is now easier to set larger enemies on fire, which is a very welcome change, as this makes fire effects much more consistent. And next and last thing is enemy changes. Enemies are now generally less prone to self-exploding, with them now needing a much larger overkill damage like the 500 kg bomb. An example is the warriors from the Terminids, now needing 750 damage instead of the 500 it had to trigger this explosion, which caused no corpse to be left behind. On the bot front, Scout Strider's leg armor was reduced from 3 to 2, with its durable leg resistance increased to balance it out. This means that you may now shoot their legs using light armor penetration weapons, without needing to go around them. I fully support this change, and think that more low armor weak spots should be added to enemies, as I still believe that medium armor penetration weapons are still the best jack of all trade primaries. And lastly, on the Illuminate front, the Overseer's Unarmored Torso Health Zone got its armor reduced from 2 to 1. This is a good change as Overseers are generally problematic, and this change may help Helldivers deal with them slightly easier. Now, there were also bug fixes in this patch notes, but I want to focus on what's immediately useful, and not want to make this video any longer. Anyway, thank you for watching. This was Metanot, see you on the next one.